My name is Lennon Herrera. My stage name though is Franco Fantastic, and I am 22 years old. And I was born in Cordoba, Veracruz, Mexico, but I have lived here in Reno my entire life.
Oh God, time, you made me feel sweet. And if I'm losing my mind,
I just like loved drawing out. Like I most of my earlier like stuff was all drawing and stuff. And then like cuz I hated painting. Like in my art class I was like god no, like I hated working with paint. I found it so difficult. And one day I finally like sat down. I was like, okay, like you know what? Like let's tackle this. Cuz you have to grow as an artist and you have to like do stuff that you don't like, and if I can't get it right, like I don't want to do it. But my dad was always like, no, like you have to keep trying. You have to like keep putting in the effort. Because I was such a perfectionist even as a little kid that when it didn't turn out like exactly how I wanted, I would get like angry. And I just like had to keep working at it. And he just like always encouraged me. Like, recently I've let go of that a lot. And a lot of like the help has been like from, got really into like Basquiat. His art style was just so like free and like childlike. But it was also still so beautiful, and I just like have learned to like try and like do that, just like let go and be like, okay, like it doesn't need to look like perfect. It doesn't need to be like to the T. I also knew that like from past experiences, like over stressing about stuff like is not gonna fix anything. Like I'm gonna do as much as I can, and like it's still not as like exactly what I imagined. I can live with that. I just like can live with the fact that I know I put in my all. Throughout history, like suffering has caused a lot of like good art, but also it's like I feel like the artist's like health is more important than like anything. Art is a good coping mechanism, but sometimes it's just like it's like now what like gets you like out of bed, and like as much of a passion as it can be. And I feel like people don't talk about that enough. Like people are always like, oh, if it's like what you love doing, it's like it will get you out of bed. And it's like, okay, but no. Some days I don't want to do anything, and it's like, because I'm a very like visual person, I can like imagine things in my head, and I'm like, okay, I want to put this into like real life, and I want to see it like physically here. So like that's a lot of it just stems like there, like from like a passion to want to see something be like here, like in person, rather than just like staying in my head and like the back of like my thoughts forever. Other times it's just like I like force myself just to try and go and like do it, because like I said, it can be so liberating to just like freehand stuff, and like whatever turns out, whatever comes out is like that's like it's still you, because it's like that's what you wanted to do and that's what happened. If it's not your final, like that's not as like good as it's gonna get. Like you're just gonna keep growing in skill and stuff, so you should just like be proud of what you have done, but just like also acknowledge the fact that like you can look back at it and be like, oh, like you know what, like the technical skill, or like it wasn't there or whatever.